here's a question. Was Jesus happy? All right, now here is the first recorded church sermon in Acts 2, okay? Peter attributes David's words from Psalm 16 to Jesus. And of course, Jesus is the son of David, the seed of the descendant of David, as his messianic identity. And so it's appropriate that he does this. He says, I saw the Lord always before me, for he is at my right hand that I may not be shaken. Therefore, first, my heart was glad. And again, this is Peter speaking. And he didn't use the 1 and the 2 and the 3 that I put in there. But my heart was glad. Secondly, my tongue rejoiced. So I've got gladness, rejoicing. For you will not abandon my soul to Hades, or let your Holy One see corruption. 3, you will make me full of gladness with your presence. So, the 3 attributes of Jesus that are spoken of in these 4 verses or so are gladness, rejoicing, and full of gladness. Again, that's in the first sermon. Now, let me ask you this. How many sermons on the happiness of Jesus have you ever heard? Now, that's not all he was talking about, but that certainly is significant. It's repeated. Hebrews 1:9 says of Jesus, you have loved righteousness and hated wickedness. Therefore, God, your God, the Father, has anointed you with the oil of gladness beyond your companions. Who were his companions? It seems to certainly be more than merely disciples. Fellow members of the human race. That's what a lot of commentators think it is. Well, if that's what he's talking about, that Jesus was anointed with the oil of gladness beyond his companions, and it means the human race, then according to Hebrews 1:9, if that interpretation is correct, who would it be the happiest person who ever lived? Or if you don't want to use the word happy, the gladdest person. Obviously meaning the happiest person who ever lived. Jesus. And at very least, if you had a more narrow understanding of beyond his companions, that it was his companions were his disciples and all of his followers, which ultimately was hundreds, he was the happiest of all of them. And I think a better interpretation of the entire human race. So, do you think it's an insult to Jesus Christ associating with happiness? Because if it is, it seems to me that both Peter in Acts 2 and the author of Hebrews, and both under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, were insulting Jesus, which clearly they were not.